Hi, it's me again with Corel Draw Tips and Tricks. I wasn't going to make part 4, but this part is where we left off, and we need to draw this line. I'm not going to try to mimic it. I'm just going to show you what you could do. I am going to take a 2-point line and go from about the middle upwardly and then over to that side. And then I'm going to take this and I'm going to take my shape tool and I'm going to select it all, and I'm going to right click, turn it into a curve, but then I'm going to add nodes by going right here and clicking nodes. Now, I'm pretty sure it's a curve. So what we're going to do, we're going to set our nudge factor on like 0.01. I keep forgetting how little we're working. And we're going to grab the shape tool and we're going to move this to the right, that one to the left, this one to the right, maybe this one to the bottom, this one to the top. I'm just hitting the up arrow keys, so it's going to be a little bit different than the other one. But that'll make it equal. I think what I'm going to have to do is take this one right here and right click and break it apart. And then I'm going to take this line and I'm going to Control D and I'm going to make a duplicate and I'm going to mirror it. Whoop. So it actually didn't break it apart. So what I can do, let's just let's nudge it over and see what happens. Yeah, there's the other line. So yeah, see, it's broken apart. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make a duplicate. I'm going to change my nudge factor like to 1 inch. There's probably several ways to do this, but I'm going to do this. I want to get rid of that line, but I want to keep it over here, so I'm going to get rid of this line. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to Control D and then mirror this. And I'm going to rotate this guy a negative 30 degrees because I want it perpendicular. Now I'm going to Control D and get this guy, and then I'm going to mirror it the other way. Now I'm going to grab it all, Control G to group it, and rotate it back 30 degrees. And now I should be able to nudge it right back over. And they're pretty close. So let's just take our, we're going to have to ungroup them. Select it, go to Range, Group, and Ungroup. And I apologize for people that don't have any clue or don't ever care about doing this. Hopefully I'm helping somebody. Now select it all. Let's make them black. And let's just barely make them much bigger than a hairline. Nope, too far. Too far. That doesn't look bad. Now I'm not going to worry about trimming this right now. But this is all one group together. And once again, Control D to duplicate it, Alternate C to put it in the center of the page. Well, see, I didn't think that was working earlier. Double click on it. Okay, I'm going to nudge that copy out of the way. Okay, we're not grouped together. That was the problem. Control G, Control D, Alternate C, which is working. And then I'm going to rotate it 60 degrees. Look at that. It put that same pattern all the way around. Now, since you know it works, you could add other things to it now. Let's make sure we just got one copy and we don't. So you could add to this, you know, you could probably make this look a lot better. Matter of fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to select it, go up to Range. Okay, it won't let me create it to an outline, so I'm going to go to Group and ungroup it, and then go to Arrange, convert the outline to an object, convert the outline to an object. By doing this, we're going to be able to make better corners. So for just a second, let's take it and left click, right click, Okay, I'm going to nudge that out of the way for a second. Oh, okay, I need to do the other one. Left click, right click. Whoop. You know what? I didn't convert it to an outline. Left click, right click. Converting to an outline is really cool. And this is one of the best cases for it right here. Okay. And remember, the whole time I'm nudging and not moving. We need to zoom in. We need to get this corner better. You know what I'm going to suggest we do? Let's throw a little curve in it and put it like right there on the intersection and make a total different look of our drawing. And then go through here and do this, this. And I'm just trying to give somebody some ideas. Now I should be able to take, nope, because it's non-fillable. So we're going to have to go, and this is where you could actually, do some coloration. But if we zoom in, and if we smart fill that, look what we got. Now I'm going to just smart fill it. Somehow we got a leak right there. Sometimes if you back up, it, you know what? Let's try this. Because see, I got the whole thing. Let's back up quite a bit. And with it like this, let's take it all and weld it. Now, I didn't get rid of the lines, but if we take our virtual segment delete key and, since it's all going to be black, it doesn't really matter what side you get. So I'm just going to do both sides. And because we're going to fill it all in with black. Now we need to make sure that that's open, and it is. And we're just going to smart fill this, so it doesn't really matter what one we do. And you could do several things to this. You don't have to follow what I'm doing. I'm just trying to get you an idea on how you could rotate it and make it look good. Now let's take the smart fill tool and fill that in. Look at that. Now nudge it over. And we could trim it, but that's just another video, and I know probably people are getting tired. Control D, alternate C, good deal, it's working. 60 degrees, Control D, Control D, Control D, Control D. See, and that put it like under, over, under, over, under, over. Now, the only other thing I might do to hide this line is let's take this, go up to Object, ungroup it, try to grab that line. Okay, that's a broken line. Let's make it something other than a hairline. See what that's going to do? That's going to hide that line. It's going to hide our joint. And so I got a little faux pas. Well, that's just the line. Now you got another line here. But, stuff like this could be done. Go up to Object, break the curve apart, grab that line, go up to Object, convert it to an outline, left click, right click, and you could manually make this work. Just take it like right there, virtual segment delete key that. You can probably delete those extra lines, and then take your smart fill tool and fill that in. See, now you got a crisp, sharp, but you'd have to do it all the way around. There might even be a way, there is a way we could do it all at one time. I hate making my videos so long. I'm going to back up here to where I didn't have a thick line. Okay. And now, I'll tell you what we're going to do. let's get rid of these. You know what? Let's try this, see if this works. So now we need to take this black line and make it, you know what we could do? You know, we're going to change up the idea, but let's just make that other line black. And then it's going to hide our over lines. This is going to work. Going to change up the drawing a little bit. But I don't know that he'd ever want to do. So now our lines meet. Well, they don't right there. So let's do this. Yeah, here we go. So let's move. Let's just delete these other ones. Well, I need that one. I need my first one. Okay. Now, if we make these lines meet, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that and go to range, convert it to an outline, left click, got to have an item selected, left click, right click, and let's take we don't need those 2 extra nodes, so let's delete them, and then take this down and smart fill it. Well, we need to check the other end. I'm going to just fill that in for just a second. Let's check the other end. Okay, we're good. Now what I want to do is take this new line and move it over and get rid of this line. And hopefully this will work. Control G to group it. Control D to duplicate it. Alternate C to make it rotate to the center. Rotate it 60 degrees. My number must have gotten unlocked. And now each one of the lines is not touching the other line. And you could still have a third line up there if you wanted. But then once we put this in and take away our red line, we don't really need it anymore, and kind of let you look what it looks like. Now all we need to do is put something in the middle, and now I'm not going to go there. You could take this exact, that's all they did. I don't know why I keep doing that. Okay, here we go. I wasn't going to do it, but let's do it. This is actually at an angle. Okay, let's rotate it 30 degrees and just put it in there. And then size it to make it fit. You know, hold down the shift key, grow from the center outwardly. Try to put it in the middle. Size it a little bit more. You know what? This will be a good lesson. Control G to group, and let's rotate it. I think it's going to be 15 degrees. No, 30. I knew it was going to be 30, but I want a flat side. There we go. Rotate this to 0. And then just put that right there. Now this will make it a lot easier to nudge. And also I can hit P and put it in the center of the page, and then start moving and hold down the control button. Now we're a little bit too big, so let's hold down the shift key and it'll grow from the inside out. Bring it down a little bit. You could actually maybe stretch it, to make it, this is your call. It's going to be your drawing. And somehow we're not in the middle anymore. But I'm going to call that good. I'm going to Control D and make a duplicate. Mirror it upside down. Start moving it. Hold down the control button until it's there. It's not quite there. Change your nudge factor to 0.001. Zoom in. And I see another little mistake because the way I need to grab off the screen and grab my item and just nudge it down. Now, if you remember earlier, I only fixed one line, but I left this. But you'd have to fix the other line exactly the same and then just fill that in. So we did this line. We need to do that line with the same thing. It might be easier just to fix it, because now that I keep going and I want to stop. This might be an easy fix without converting it to an outline. There you go. That's all you'd have to do. Just kind of go around and check your joints. I think we're good. Like right there is that little spot that, well, here we go. Right there, we're off. But because if you go right to the middle, it should disappear. And when you're using okay, there's another line I did not make darker. And that might be part of the problem. Too thick. Well, that was actually part of that line. You know what? For some reason, I'm changing all the lines. Well, that's actually a fill. Left click. Remember, because there we go. We took away the line. I think we're good. I think it looks good. It would be pretty. I'm not as ornate as what they did. And there's diamonds, and you could still put, other objects in there. It just bugs me to not have it perfect. You could put a diamond in there or anything and then rotate it. Anyway, I hope that helped a little bit, and thank you for watching.